all day. It's crazy, man.
Okay, well, this post that he put up there, I want to go through, just read some of the comments on this post. I think they're very entertaining. The very first comment is from your boy Christopher Lovejoy. I don't understand how your name even come up with gangs in Lancaster.
Hey, Christopher Lovejoy got some nerve. See, I want to say something, but I don't know if I'm supposed to repeat it because you know what I'm saying. But all right, hey man, Christopher, chill out, bro. No, for real, chill out, man. She got videos of my Lovejoy here of it, like he mimicking the police. Like, man, you ain't no actor, bro. What, you a crisis actor? 6hunnet.
Christopher Lovejoy had a bunch of responses to that one comment. I don't understand how you snitch and go to Big U court date. Let's see.
Hey, bro, the only time you're supposed to be in court for somebody is if you're there for yourself or you're there to support. You don't go to troll nobody. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, here's Christopher Lovejoy's response to that guy's comment. That was Spud Gotti. Christopher Lovejoy says, nah, you don't mention a man from a whole other city in a murder. That's dry snitching. He's talking about us reacting to that news story.
Man, everybody know Wack is harmless, bro. He not gonna do nothing. Ain't nobody mention him in no murder.
He said, and then Christopher Lovejoy continued to write, is Munchie B hinting to Wack had something to do with a murder in Lancaster?
No, I'm hitting till you get knocked out in 15 seconds.
All right.
Hey, man. Hey, it be the audacity of the people it come from, though.
Yeah, I mean, they're truly, to me, they're truly playing characters. There's nothing real about these guys.
Right.
I mean, we all understand 607 Unc. That is a pure character, but so is 6hunnet.
But okay. But what happened to 6hunnet case? The one in Blythe. He said he'd drive way to Blythe and get the paperwork too, but he never went.
I'm unfamiliar. I'm unfamiliar.
He had a trafficking charge. He got pulled over with a large amount of weed, and on the side of the road, and I think what they call border control. They put him over and they took him in, and that case is sealed. Like what's going? I just want to know, like, you know what I'm saying? And he acted oblivious, like he didn't know why it was sealed, and he said he would drive to Blythe to get the, you know what I'm saying, the necessary documents, and he never did it.
Have no idea about that case, but I do know the day I met 6hunnet. Did I ever tell you the story? The day
I didn't want to repeat. That's what I'm saying. Yeah. I didn't know if I was supposed to repeat that.
I never said it, but shoot, let's talk about
Drum roll.
The day I met 6hunnet, I walked into a cigar lounge full of police officers, and he is sitting there amongst about 4 or 5 other police officers,
smoking cigars with the pigs.
Now you may ask, well, Alex Alonso, what was you doing walking into a room of police officers? Well, on that day, I was interviewing a corrupt cop from New York City that was here in LA. I was interviewing this cop. He took an Uber to this very studio. After the interview was over, he says, can you drop me off? I said, where do you want me to drop you off at? He said, at the cigar lounge in downtown LA. I said, no problem. That ain't far. You gave me a dope interview. No problem. So I pull up, and I pull up right in front. There's parking right in front, and I walk in with him just to be cordial. And
he's hanging out with a gang of off-duty police officers and corrupt cops, bro.
That was the first day I met 6hunnet. That had to be almost 2 years ago.
What type of rolling 60 hang out with a bunch of corrupt cops and off-duty police officers at a cigar lounge? Bro.
Yeah, so it's out the bag.
Okay, I see. That's what I was about to say 2 minutes ago, but I'm like, I don't know if I was supposed to repeat that. Bro, you can't say nothing. Wack, what are you saying about your son hanging out with the police smoking cigars? People got to hold people accountable around here, bro.
Well, to me, what was crazy, I didn't 600 being there was, I was like, okay, this is weird. But what was really weird was that the cop that I took there was a convicted criminal, corrupt cop, and the cops that were there were on duty like real cops, working cops. And I just thought, this is weird. I didn't know that corrupt cops still maintain relationships with working cops. I thought you got ostracized.
Right.
You went to prison. You were deemed no good. Just like a snitch would be ostracized from the hood.
Right.
But he's sitting there with all these other cops, and then there's a cop from the airport police that says, "Hey, did you go to John Burroughs?" And I said, "I did." He said, I remember you from John Burroughs." So we end up having a conversation, and then about maybe 10, 15 minutes in, I'm like, I got to get out of here. I don't want to get too comfortable here. And he gave me his card, the one that worked at the airport, and I never called him. But I walked up out of there. But I was a few things threw me off. The fact that this corrupt cop was hanging out with cops that were still working cops, non-corrupt cops. And then 6hunnet being there, I thought it was just a little unusual.
It's supposed to be unusual, right?
Yeah.
But I'm saying, but hey, it's the people that be talking the stuff that don't I'm speechless, bro. See, I've been not saying that for the longest because I didn't know if I was supposed to repeat that.
Yeah, I wasn't really. I didn't want to, I didn't want to put it out there really, because there may be an explanation to why he was there, because there was a guy that had a YouTube platform that was also there.
He wasn't on YouTube yet, bro. He was a fake manager back then. He was trying to manage. Was he trying to manage Crib back then?
Well, he wasn't doing his own content, but he was definitely popping up, because I recognized him when I saw him. I was like, oh, I seen you on the internet.
Okay.
I was like, okay, this big dude, and he was brand new on the internet at that time, and I was just like, damn, this dude just popped out of nowhere. He's supposed to be managing Crip Mac, and he's supposed to be the head of this cutthroat management, and it was just, that was the day I met him. And I got out of there. I got out of there about 15 minutes. I sat down, though. I will say I sat down.
Hey, see, but you trying to drag other people into this, but you came in there to speak to somebody.
Yeah.
Right? So we can leave his name out, you know what I'm saying? Because he's not a cop, you know what I'm saying? He a content creator came to speak to somebody, and that's when you seen Christopher Lovejoy, Officer Lovejoy, with off-duty police officers and corrupt cops smoking cigars.
That's about accurate.
Come on, man. Stop playing on grown folks, bro.
I sat there for about, I don't know, 15 minutes.
Hey, Wack, man, I've been a person of interest too many times, bro. I don't even play them games, like, you know what I'm saying? I think people get it twisted because I get on there and I'll be peaceful. You know what I'm saying? I might talk to a 40 or a 60 or an enemy, or I do game prevention and intervention. Far from a snitch, bro. You'll find Michael Jackson hanging at your house before you find some paperwork on me, bro.
Shout out my nigga Doc TV in the building. That's my dog. You hear me? Y'all go sub up to @Doc TV expeditiously, bro. Y'all want new perspective on the same old bank, nigga? Tap in with Doc TV, man. Good dude. Shout out my nigga Doc in the building, bro.